So recently I stumbled upon a huge gold mine. I found some of my old DeviantArt artworks that I put in storage without really knowing what I did. But I found them again, and there is some interesting stuff there, to say the least. So I decided, why not try and do a redraw of it in the style that I'm using right now. I chose one of my very first digital artworks because I consider myself a digital artist at this point. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy, and let's just jump right into it. So here we are on my desktop in my DeviantArt storage. You can't really access it through the DeviantArt website, or at least I'm not able to find it. But if you just type DeviantArt storage into your browser, you should be able to find it. And you have two options here, public and storage. The public one is just the stuff that I have displayed at the moment on my page. And storage is where the magic happens. These are all my old artworks from way back when. The thing that I'll be working on is a little bit from later on, because I've been working on digital art mostly, so I decided to pick one of my first digital artworks, which was over here around 2012. And the very first artwork that I created was this one. What a masterpiece. Great. I just got my tablet, so I wanted the world to know that I got a tablet. And this is what I chose to do with my time. Then my first actual artwork was this one, which is still quite odd, because I believe her name is Miku from Vocaloid. But I never listened to Vocaloid, I never listened to Miku, I never been into that, but for some reason I decided to draw her. But I mean, if you're interested, maybe I'll do a redraw of her as well. But the thing that I'll be working on is this beautiful masterpiece of a guy with a lot of emotions. This is an OC, I suppose, an original character, but he is based off a Green Day song, and I forgot which song, but this is what we're gonna do. And yes, let's just recreate him in my current art style and my current skill level. So here we are redrawing my original character. I decided to do a bit of a voiceover explaining what I'm doing. I forgot to press record for the first half, so I'm sorry there's a bit of a jump here. But yeah, I also took a reference image because I never used to do that, and now with my current skill level I do think it's a smart idea to recreate your image in a photo. Also, do you like my two eyes that I created? Please enjoy my beautiful two eyes, because they won't be there for long. Also enjoy me struggling with the nose for forever. I had a really hard time here. Even though I took a reference image, for some reason this was just a pain in the ass, and it still looked a little bit off, but that's also probably because I spent so much time on it. But this was just a quick image. I could spend way longer on it and make it look a lot better, but I just wanted to get this done. Okay, here goes the eye. Goodbye. I don't know why I decided to draw two eyes, because I did not need them, because the original artwork does not have two. Also, I did a little bit of a pose change, because he is very stiff in my original work. So I decided to make him sit down and have his cigarette like he's actually smoking it, instead of like down his body somewhere. Anatomy was not something I knew how to do back then, and I guess I kind of aged him up a bit. I don't know what age he is in my original artwork. And here is me deciding what clothing he's wearing. He is wearing a blazer with a t-shirt underneath, or that's what I think he's wearing in the original. So I did something similar, but I rolled up his sleeves and gave him a bit of a collar, because that's just something that blazers have. Or at least that's what I think they have in general. But already he's looking a lot better. He's a little bit disproportioned. But it's good to see that I'm actually making progress with painting instead of getting stuck. But I mean, I drew this when I was 9, I believe. So I better made some progress, because if I got stuck at the age of 9, that would be something really wrong there. But this is just the rough sketch that I decided to do. Even though I kind of did the face completely finished, I did the body as a rough sketch. And then I decided to merge those 2 layers and continue with a bit of a cleaner line art, which is something I usually do. However, I do spend a lot more time on my work. So like, I think I took about an hour to recreate this one, which is really short for me. Usually I take a full day. But I mean, this is the same amount of time that I would spend on the really tiny drawing that you see in the corner, my original artwork. I think I spent about an hour, maybe even 2 hours on that. And now I can create this artwork in the same amount of time. So that's nice to see that you made progress in that sense. So enjoy me inking the drawing for the rest of the video. So here we are starting on the coloring progress. I decided to give myself a little bit more lenient way with coloring, because the original artwork didn't have color, so it would make sense to give it a bit of color. To be honest, I don't think I even knew how to do coloring work when I drew this originally, so... I also gave him the hair shine, because that's pretty prominent in that artwork, even though I didn't know what I did with it. But I don't really do those anymore, but kind of staying true to the original. Right here I decided to give him a almost leather-like color for his jacket, but I decided against it later on because I wanted to stay a little bit more true to the original, so I gave it a lighter gray tone. So I kind of stayed in the black and white area for everything, because that would make more sense. That's what I did with the original work. And here I decided to start shading. And right here I thought that would look cool if I did a purple shading, because I like to play around with the colors of it. But in the end I did not really like it, and I decided to go with a red tone instead of a purple tone. Here you can see me changing it. So I just shaded everything the way I usually do it. I usually just fill the whole shape with the bucket and then start to erase what I don't want or where the light would hit. I also decided to give him nail polish because for some reason he looks like he needs it. I don't know. Yeah, just everywhere where the light would hit I would remove it. Now we're moving on to Photoshop. I usually use Photoshop for background stuff because I like it more, so I gave him a bit of a glow behind him. I decided to go with a pink because it was too much black and white. I wanted to have a little bit more color. And of course the text in the background, "Nobody likes you." And also give that a glow. So here are our beautiful results, our before and after. I think I did pretty well. I could do better, obviously, if I took more time with it, but other than that, I think I've done well, and I would like to do this again. So maybe I'll find some more artwork far hidden in my DeviantArt account, and maybe I'll do it again. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. You can always leave a like or leave a comment. I would love to get some feedback because this is the first time that I ever done something like this. But other than that, hopefully I'll see you in the next video, and goodbye!